Hello students, myself Shailaja Vibhute, your physics teacher, KLS Gopte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belgavi. Students, how all are doing? Hope you all are safe and enjoying the classes. Fine. Let us begin with second topic, that is units and measurements. This is very basic topic, very easy to understand. We are studying physics. Tell me, why we do study physics? Because physics helps us to understand any kind of natural phenomena going on. You all are able to see the things around you, correct? Reason is, when light falls on any object, it reflects. That's the natural phenomena. When we on the switches, electricity flows and then bulb glows. It's a natural phenomena. In rainy season, say you are standing in the balcony, you can see the lightning. That's the natural phenomena, etc., etc. So everything could be explained in physics by natural phenomena. But how do you do that? To explain any phenomena, you need what? It's called measurement. I'm sure you might be confused why I'm talking about measurement first. For that, let me ask a simple question. Okay, what is the height of Statue of Unity? Yes, 182 meter. Fine. So you are telling the exact height of Statue of Unity. Now let me ask one question. Wow, how cute this baby is? Your answer may be, wow, so cute. And maybe some are telling, yo, mast. Is this the exact measurement of cuteness? Can we measure it? No, we cannot measure the cuteness. Correct? Okay, now see this one. Wow. If I ask, how beautiful this flower is? Maybe this much. Wow. Okay, these expressions are exact measurements of this beautiful flower, or say beauty of this flower? No, because we cannot measure it. Correct? But if I ask, what is your weight? Definitely you can tell the exact measurement, say like 40 kg, 35 kg, 50 kg, etc. Means there are some quantities, for those we can tell the exact measurement. But for some quantities, we can't. Correct? Then what is measurement? Okay, let us see the meaning. In science, a measurement is the assignment of a numerical value to an object's physical property. What is measurement? Measurement is the assignment of a numerical value to an object's physical property. Say measuring physical quantities such as length, volume and density is very common. Means very simple one, length of a line. You can measure it with the help of a scale and you can tell the exact measurement. Similarly, volume of a sphere you can measure, and density of a liquid. So all these are very common quantities which we are measuring. Correct? So what is the conclusion now? We cannot measure happiness, cuteness, say sadness, emotions, etc. But when it comes to height, length, weight, speed, yes, we can measure. That's where the concept of quantities comes in. So, what we measure when we talk about the natural phenomena? We measure the quantities. In case of quantities, there are two types. First one is called physical quantity. So, what is physical quantity then? A quantity which can be measured is called a physical quantity. Very easy definition, very important definition, because as I told, it is a very basic thing, you should know it. So what is physical quantity then? A quantity that can be measured. Example, length. Length can be measured, so it is a physical quantity. Mass, time, volume, density, velocity, force, acceleration, pressure, okay, etc. All these are physical quantities. Why we are calling these as physical quantities? Because we can measure. So a quantity which can be measured is called a physical quantity. One more we said, no, that is non-physical quantity. So what are non-physical quantities then? A quantity which cannot be measured. Example, beauty. We cannot measure the beauty, and similarly we cannot tell the exact measurement of happiness. So these are examples for non-physical quantities: beauty, smell, taste, love, hate, happy, etc. These are non-physical quantities. This is simple example I took. Say whenever we take measurements, we also have to assign units. So when I ask what is height of the Statue of Unity, if you give the answer as say 182, whether it gives a proper meaning? What is that 182? Number of dosas? No. So what is that 182? 182 meter. Then only it gives proper meaning. So you have to assign units to the numerical quantity in order to convey the relative size. Correct? So now take one simple example in the slide you are observing. Say if I measure the length of the pen. After measuring, if I tell the length of the pen is 12. That time no, you won't actually know how long it is. Instead of that, if I say it is 12 centimeter, then it has some meaning. In this 12 centimeter, 12 is called, means it is magnitude or the numerical value. We used to use the word number, no, instead of number. Now we will take it as magnitude. So whenever we use the word magnitude, what you have to understand? It is nothing but numerical value, means number. Then centimeter is unit. So in this 12 centimeter, 12 is the numerical value and centimeter is unit. So what are the requirements to express any physical quantity then? The terms required to measure the physical quantities are, we require numerical value and unit. Okay? You are understanding, no? Very simple one we are learning. Fine. So you are talking about unit then. Definitely we should know the meaning of unit then. What is a unit? Very simple meaning. It is an internationally accepted standard for measurements of quantities. Internationally accepted means what? Let me take one example. Say you have measured a length of the board, and say your measurement is, say for example, 2 meter. So when you will say if a person is in India, that person gives the length of the board as 2 meter. Then the same thing when it is measured by, say, a student in US. If he gives the answer like it is 6 feet 74 inches, or say 0.00124 mile, we won't understand properly, no? Correct? So if you are giving anything standard and if it is accepted internationally, means when we say 2 meter, if everybody understands it easily, then definitely it becomes standard. So that standard we are calling it as unit. Then what is this numerical value? Just now I told, it represents the number of times the unit is repeated. So if you say 2 meter, numerical value represents the number of times the unit is repeated. Number of times that meter is repeated. Okay, fine. Now in case of units, mainly there are 2 types. First type of units, that is called fundamental units, and second one is derived units. Very simple meaning, fundamental units. So definitely some quantities, physical quantities, are called fundamental quantities. What are those? Say length, mass, time. Length, mass and time. These 3 are called fundamental quantities. Take the units of those quantities. Unit of length, meter. Unit of mass, kg. Unit of time, second. So this meter, kg, second. These are units of fundamental quantities. So these are called fundamental units, means basic units. So what are fundamental units then? These are the units of fundamental physical quantities such as length, mass, time. Or you can write very simple one. Fundamental units are nothing but meter, kg, second. These are called fundamental units. So length, mass, time are fundamental quantities. Meter, kg, second are fundamental units. Students, be familiar with quantities and units. Okay. Don't exchange both. Means when fundamental quantities are asked, don't write meter, kg, second. Okay. Quantities means length, mass, time, which can be measured. Respective units, whatever you will tell, no, those are fundamental units. Fine. Then what are derived units then? Derived units are nothing but these are units of quantities which are depending on fundamental. Means very simple one, let me take. Say area. How will you measure area of a square if I ask? Formula for area is side into side, correct? Side means in terms of length, let us take length into length. Okay. So what is unit of length? Meter. So one more length, no? So it becomes meter into meter, or say meter square. So this is derived unit. What is unit of speed if I ask? What is unit of velocity? Meter per second. So meter is there as well as second is there. Meter per second. So it is derived unit. So what are derived units then? These are the units of derived physical quantities. These are not independent. These are not basic. These units are depending on fundamental units. Okay, then here no characteristics of unit. First characteristic is it must be well defined. It should not change with time, place and temperature. It should be easily reproducible, and unit should be easily accessible. So these are some characteristics of unit. So what we have learned today? Very simple things. What is meaning of physical quantity? A quantity which can be measured. Example, so many physical quantities are there, you remember few, so that if this question comes, if it will be for 1 mark. Okay, what is physical quantity, or give examples for physical quantity. If it is asked for 1 mark, one example is sufficient. Okay, then what are the types of units? Before that one, what is unit? Types of units. Hope you understood all these. Thank you.